What do you see over there? You want this? You want this? Yeah. Disclaimer. This is not a video to tell you how to efficiently pack your art supplies. I'm bringing too much, and I know it. This is just to show you exactly what I'm bringing as like someone who's like wants to really continue doing art while I'm in travel mode. So my wife and I are fully vaccinated. So after a year of being hermits in our house and never spending a single night outside of it for since February last year, we are going on our first road trip, which is terrifying and so exciting. We're heading out to Colorado to pick up a very special thing that we've been working towards for a very long time, and then we're heading out to California, and then all the way back to the Midwest. So it's gonna be about a month's long round trip, 4 weeks approximately, and we're still gonna be working and creating and all that stuff on the road, so I needed to bring my studio with me somehow in our car, and I have quite a bit of space in here. So I have lots of room for lots of art junk. So to condense that down to be able to just bring my art necessities is really impossible. Hence why I'm bringing this like 20-pound bag of supplies. Oh, too much stuff, I know it. I wanna have everything so that if my creativity is like, I wanna go in this direction or I wanna go in this direction, I'm gonna use that medium or this medium, I want it to be available for me if I want it and get inspired by traveling. You know, I want it. We'll see at the end of this trip if I'm like, I hate this, why did I bring so much stuff? I will let you know if I was dumb, which is like likely, but I want all my stuff. So my carrying case for all of it is literally just a tote bag from Michaels. Michaels is not sponsoring this video. They didn't even send me this. I literally bought this because I love Michaels. So, so I have everything set up in here. I'm packing like multiple different mediums, an easel, my supplies, sketchbooks. There's a bunch of stuff in here. So I'm just gonna walk through and show you what I have so that everyone can know how much of a hoarder I am, even when I'm trying to travel and be a minimalist. Minimalist? Who? Me? I wish, honestly. Okay, so first off, I have my travel easel, which I've actually shown in, it's my easel that I use in almost every video, and I've taken it with me traveling multiple times. So when I go camping, I take this with me. It's really, really nice to just set down and pop up, put all my things right here on this little ledge. It's got a little handle on it, so I can carry it like this. I got this at a local craft store, but I know if you search tabletop travel easel that you can find these super easily. Maybe I'll put one in the link in my description so you can see one. I've had this for years. I love this thing. It also has a little drawer with little clips so that everything stays nice and secure, and it pulls out just like that. So this is that top piece with the little actual easel part, and then this is the little drawer. You don't have to pull it all the way out. I just did that so it's gonna be easy to show you what's in there, but you can just keep it like that. Yeah, so if like you wanna get some supplies while you're doing stuff, you just have them right here. And you can see it's very well used. It's my favorite art travel item, and also like my favorite art item in general. I use it all the time, just on my daily. So in my little drawer, it's a really shallow drawer, so I wish I could fit my paints and stuff in that, but the tubes are just too big. So what I put in here is all my little brushes, a whole bunch. So I have some like cheapo brushes, and then also some really nice new Princeton brushes. I'm just letting them roll all over the place. And then if I keep them in this drawer, it protects their sweet little bristles from getting crunched in my backpack or in like a tote bag or something like that. So I have a bunch of guys in here, including my favorite super fluffy one. Look at that guy. My favorite brush. It's an oval mop from Princeton. I use it all the time. And then I have a bunch of little detail ones. These ones are brand new, so I'm very excited to give these a shot. I've never used a paintbrush like this. Oh man, the autofocus on this is incredible. Wow, do you see that? Watch this, ready? Oh, I'm like shaking, I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, keeping all my brushes that I'm bringing in here. I'm not bringing any super big brushes. One, because I don't have the space, and two, I don't have the space. Also in here, I'm keeping pens, markers, and pencils. For some reason, I have no idea why I don't have anything that even resembles a pencil bag in my home. I literally don't have a pencil bag. Who doesn't have a pencil bag in their house? So luckily, I had enough room in my little easel drawer. So I've got some clickable markers. Michaels did actually send me these. Still not sponsored by Michaels, but Michaels did send me these. So thank you, Michaels. I have these cute little clickable markers. I don't really know what I'm gonna use these for yet. I haven't even popped them open. They're brand new in the package. So I don't know what I'm gonna use those for, but I thought they'd be fun to bring and kind of like experiment around with some like marker stuff. And then just some little pens. And then I have some mechanical pencils here, a little razor blade with a safety knife. I always have this in my art supplies. I usually use it to scrape off my palette, but I'm not even bringing a palette that needs scraping. I might not need to bring this. I will think about it. Pencils, pens, and a Sharpie, because you always need a Sharpie for something. That's everything that's in my drawer, and the only like pencil and pen type things that I'm bringing. Not very much. I'm hoping to maybe try and do some drawing. I used to do a lot of drawing growing up, but I haven't done a lot of drawing in a long time. So maybe I can do a little drawing while I'm traveling, get a little bit back into that. That'd be fun. So that closes right up. I lock the little clasps, and it is good to go. So that's the first and most important item I think that I'm bringing. I'm also bringing a lot of paint. I normally wouldn't ever bring my oil paints to travel with because they dry so slow and you have to have a space to let them dry, but I'm kind of gonna be in one space for 2 weeks and then another space for 2 weeks. So I wanted to bring them. I'm bringing some quick drying medium to hopefully get that dry time on the paintings down a little bit, and like hoping to be able to mess around with my oils while I'm traveling. I've never tried that before. It's a lot of stuff to bring. Normally, if I'm traveling with paints, I bring watercolors or acrylics, like one of, not both. This time I'm bringing 3 different types of painting mediums. So what I've gotten here, do I have stuff in my teeth? If I have a chia seed in my teeth, I am so sorry for that atrocity, but you're gonna have to put up with it. So, the oil paints I'm bringing are this big tube of white. Normally I wouldn't bring this giant tube of white, but I'm all out of my tiny tube. This is not very efficient travel material. It's giant, it's 20 milliliters, but I'm all out of my other white, so I need to bring it. And then I'm just bringing some primary colors. I've got Winsor yellow, Winsor red, Winsor orange, magnesium blue, and then this old ultramarine that I found. So basically just the primaries. Oh, I don't have a magenta. Just making it even more impossible to bring all this stuff. That's fine. I'm gonna make it work. If I want it hard enough, if I want it and I want to bring all these supplies, I'll make it work. So I'm bringing 6 mini tubes of oils and then my big white one. So a lot of oil paint, but I really, really would love to do a little bit of oil painting while I'm traveling. Get inspired, test them out. I've got some other traveling oil stuff in here. I'm also bringing 2 palette knives because I always love using those when I'm using my oils. And then I'm also bringing acrylics because I'm a crazy person. I have ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, magenta, a yellow, a red, and a white. So primaries plus magenta, basically. It's a lot of paint. I really don't know if I'm gonna regret this or not. Oh, here I am like second guessing myself. Do I need all this? I'm bringing it all. I'm bringing it all. Why am I even second guessing? I want it. I'm bringing it all. Anyway, so those that. Acrylics and oils, and third medium, I was debating between bringing my little Himi gouache box or what I normally, the only paint I usually travel with is watercolor. I'm not a big watercolorer. I'm not very good at it. I find it very hard. I'm so impressed by people who are really good at watercolor. But the fact that this is all the supplies you need to be able to paint is just really, really, really nice. This is all you need, plus a little cup of water and a paintbrush. And also, this is insanely heavy. This is super light. So I'm gonna leave my Himi jelly gouaches at home, because I have my acrylics, and I'm gonna bring this in case I wanna do any like plein air, hike and paint kind of things. This is the easiest thing to bring. Check this out, I really love this thing. It's Winsor & Newton, which is one of my favorite paint brands, and it's their little traveling kit. So you pop it open, and this guy always gets stuck right here. Let go! It has all these colors, and it also has this itty bitty tiny little water trough that pops on right here. So you can put a little bit of water in there, and I swear this is like a, hold on. Okay, I thought you could pop this bottom part open, and you might be able to, and it might just be stuck, and I don't want to break my very fancy watercolors. So just pretend that that opens up maybe, or pretend that it doesn't, because maybe it doesn't. So we've got watercolor paints here. They come in tiny little plastic boxes and the watercolor's just in there. And then we have a little trough for our water. And then we have this tiny little watercolor brush that it comes with. Look at this tiny, tiny little watercolor brush, and it fits just right in there. Super cute. So this is coming with, in case I do any like hiking and wanting to paint or something like that. Then I have things to paint on. So, because I'm insane, I'm bringing 2 sketchbooks. Why am I doing this? Do I need 2 sketchbooks? No. Do I want 2 sketchbooks? Yes. Yes? I think. So I'm bringing the small one, which is a 5.5 by 8.5. I've done a couple paintings in here, but I haven't used it very much. Got a couple little things in here. It's pretty empty, really nice for traveling, but if I want to do anything bigger, I can put it in this. You know what? Ow, that hurt, actually. Ow. Actually, I think I'm not gonna bring this. Wait, no, I want it. Oh my God. What is wrong with me? I'm gonna set it aside, and I'm gonna think about it. This one I'm definitely bringing, obviously. And I'm also bringing a canvas pad. My battery died, hence the slight angle change. Canvas pad, so what it is, it's just gessoed canvas, like literally fabric canvas that's been primed. And it's just here, so instead of having big canvases that are framed out and take up a lot of room, you can just paint on the same texture, but it's in a flat little pad, making it much more efficient to travel with. So I'm bringing a brand new one. This one's, I've used a couple of pages in, so it only has 10 sheets each, and I'll probably cut them to be able to use smaller ones if I want, but brand new, just in case I want to use a lot. And I'm also bringing this piece of wood. So what I can do is, if I do want to cut a smaller piece of this, I can cut the canvas pad, like say cut a page in half, take my painter's tape it to my board, so I have a really nice surface to paint on, so I can like sit wherever I am and paint, or of course I can prop it up on my easel. I can't just prop up a pad of this on here and be able to paint on it, because it's gonna go right through. So that's why I have my little piece of MDF board, so that I can put it here, put the paper on top, and now I can paint on it really easy. So that's why I'm bringing a random piece of wood. Things you need. Do you need? I don't know. I think I need it. I'm gonna be confident in my decision. The last 2 items that I'm bringing here are, for my oil paints, this is Liquin. The label's gone, but it's an oil painting medium that speeds up the dry time and gives it better viscosity, so you can like paint a little easier with it. Because I'm gonna be on the move a little more than normal, very stationary here in my studio, I'm gonna add this to my paints when I paint, hopefully dry it down, so by the time I need to move to a new location while I'm traveling, my oil paint pages will be dry. If they're not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm figuring it out. Hey, I'm here figuring this out. This is not the canvas pad. This is actually palette paper. It's really smooth, glossy paper. Can you see the shine on it? That you can put your paints on and mix them up just like if it was a palette, like a wood palette or a glass palette or a plastic palette. But in the end, you can take it off and toss the whole page away once the paints are dried and it's safe to throw in the garbage, which is really, really nice for travel. I don't have to bring my big heavy glass palette and then have to scrape it and then figure out a way to clean it all the time. This is much easier for travel cleanup when you're painting. And the thing I really like about it, like my glass palette, is that it's toned gray. This paper is also toned gray to give you really accurate colors when you're mixing. If you're just using white, sometimes you can get like a skewed version in your mind of what the color actually is when you're mixing. So I'm using this palette paper. And that is all the art items I'm bringing. It's a lot. Here, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's my other one? I know I have another. Oh, here it is. Poked through my bag. I lost count. And so it's quite a lot of items. On top of that, I'm gonna need to have when I'm painting, like a cup with some water in it for my acrylics or my watercolors and that kind of stuff. So it's a lot. I'm very interested to see how it goes. I'm gonna bring it all. I have room for it. I'm gonna bring it all. And I'm not moving to too many different locations, so I think it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna bet that I'm not gonna use all the supplies. I'm gonna bet that I'll use 1 or 2 of the mediums I brought and then not the other one. And I'm guessing the one I'm not gonna use is my oils, but I want to. Half the supplies is for the oils, so I better. But I'm definitely gonna let you know how it goes. And I'm hopefully gonna be doing some travel videos on the road. So I'm definitely gonna be doing something at least. So look forward to a couple little videos about me on the road. Also though, I have some videos scheduled too, so it'll probably be me here popping in between me on the road maybe. Well, let's see, depending on scheduling, it works. I will let you know how it goes with this mountain of art supplies. I'll see you in the next video.